Well, we've issued an alert day for your Tuesday, but it's not going to be storming all day long. It's going to be the mid to late afternoon through the early evening. We're talking a time frame of roughly 3 to 8 p.m. when you will want to be weather aware. Now, you may be hearing the raindrops on your rooftop, perhaps a rumble of thunder. Tonight, we have steady spring rain and a few garden variety thunderstorms. Nothing that needs to keep you up worrying tonight. Tuesday, briefly drying out is expected late morning through the early afternoon. And by 3 p.m., that is when the severe risk is going to start to ramp up. Across much of the heart of the Buckeye State, there is a level 4 out of 5 severe weather risk, and it's going to be predominantly the southern tier of our counties that are within what we call the warm sector of this storm that have the best chance to see severe weather. So which counties am I referring to? Wyandotte and Crawford counties, that is where the greatest risk of a hail threat as well as a brief tornado will be. Also southern Seneca County, southeastern Hancock County, there is the risk for severe weather. Now there's going to be a big difference to the north. You'll notice only a level 1 out of 5 risk across southern Michigan, where severe weather is not going to be widespread. Right now, here's what we're seeing. It may look like a mess, but it's more bark than bite. Just some regular old April showers on this April 1st. We have some light rain falling across Lucas County. It has started to reprieve ever so slightly. To the south, there are a few booms of thunder between Van Wert and Lima. These could just barely clip the southern tier of Hancock and Putnam counties. There could be some tiny hailstones with these. You'll notice that trail of blue. That shows you our hail tracks feature on Doppler radar that indicates some pea-sized hail with those. Nothing strong or severe, however. Lots more rain off in Indiana that's going to arrive in our neck of the woods overnight. It is going to be a rainy night. There could be some localized ponding and high water as a result. Now here's that brief dry spell that I mentioned. Late morning through the early afternoon, I do anticipate a window of dry weather conditions. Now by mid-afternoon, here comes that low pressure storm system. It is primarily what we call the warm sector or southeast of the low, where the greatest risk for severe weather will be. Through the early evening, that low finally clears on out, and shortly after sunset, we can rest easy. As far as the impacts go, strong winds will be possible. Hailstones could be quite large at times, and there is the chance for a few tornadoes, mainly well to the south of the Maumee River. Rainfall is also going to be heavy with this one. Overnight tonight, an inch of rain in the metro, 1.5 possible to the south. So keep in mind, if you live in a low-lying flood-prone area, there could be localized flooding with the greatest flood risk closer to that US 30 corridor, and regular spring rain in southern Michigan. Not expecting widespread flooding in southeastern Michigan. Over the next few days, that alert day bright red for you. Wednesday, there's going to be a chilly breeze. Showers taper off Thursday. And as we look towards the eclipse that is now a week away, we are still expecting dry conditions with temperatures in the 60s. And yes, a very mild trend into early April. You'll see some 60s return by next week. And by the end of the 10-day forecast, we are going to make a push for 70 degrees with a nice April warm up on deck. Kaylee.